Live long and prosper. 365 easy steps to live life to the full. With me, Lex McKee. Yesterday, we talked about your unique ability, and one model of that, called multiple intelligence, from Harvard University, Professor Howard Gardner. And when he first came up with his amazing model of multiple intelligence, he had just 7 facets. And that's all we're going to keep with. The 7 facets, just to remind you, and remind me, they are musical intelligence, interpersonal, the social intelligence, linguistic intelligence, putting it in your own language, intrapersonal, reflective intelligence, finding your own meaning, your own philosophy from it, visual spatial intelligence, like concept mapping, seeing how these things link together, physical intelligence, working on it physically until you really get to grips with it, and then mathematical logical intelligence, seeing the order, the sequence, the process, the system. These are all aspects of intelligence. So no longer do we say, are you intelligent? We say, in which ways are you intelligent? Today I'm fascinated by engagement, and yet I don't know whether you've been able to take the time out yet to take action or not. And yet action is the key, that sense of engagement where we co-create something that's bigger than all of us. There's a tendency with YouTube and with social media and with online learning and even with reading to be passive, to be a consumer of information. That's not learning. Learning is when we co-create understanding together, and we may come up with something that's different from what each of us originally had in our mind to start with. So let's think about engagement with these 7 aspects of intelligence. Maybe this is for your live presentations or for online training or for YouTube or for social media. You want people to move beyond attention to action. Musical intelligence is an interesting challenge for me because I love it so much. Are you going to get them to compose a song? Probably not. What you might do though is encourage them, catalyze them towards action by using the right emotive music at the right time. So if I say, please will you subscribe to my channel and click on the notifications bell, that's information. But if that's with a stirring soundtrack that you've begun to associate with my channel and you like it and you relate to it, then you're more likely to take action, which is why advertisers for decades have been using key types of music to encourage you to buy into their product. Next one we're going to think about is interpersonal. Well, social media is made for it when it works. If you can encourage your viewers and your listeners to engage in a sense where they like and then share, but above all comment, then you're beginning to build that community, that tribe, whatever label really works for you, and it becomes our brand, not my brand or your brand. Something that's bigger together, a symbiosis, a synergy. Then there's linguistic intelligence, and that's really easy to activate if people start making comments in a nice way. As soon as they put it in their own language and articulate their mental models in their own words, they've committed skin to the game, and skin to the game in this case is linguistic intelligence. So I encourage people to comment, like I'm encouraging you now. Then there's intrapersonal, that's reflective intelligence. I'm really enjoying broadcasts by the School of Life, Alain de Botton. It really makes me think, and I have to go inside and go, is that true for me? Is that a good mental model, a good mental map for me? So anything that makes people think and gives them space and permission to think is going to activate that intrapersonal intelligence. Visual spatial intelligence is a really interesting one when you want to build a mailing list or get engagement longer term with people, because if you've got a map or a route to a solution that they're after, and then you're happy to give them that map, that matrix, that checklist in return for their email address or some other exchange, then again it's that collaboration, it's a deal we're both working for, that we're more committed to. Physical intelligence is an interesting one. It's literally getting people to take physical action. So click here, do this, build that, make that model. And I think it's good that you have to really think about it. What could people physically do as a result of engaging with my message? With this one, Some of it's as simple as going, if you've not subscribed already, click on subscribe and the notifications bell so you don't miss out on the flow, the sequence of episodes that we've been doing. Now each episode should be able to stand on its own 2 feet. However, it's deliberately in a flow, in a sequence, a bit like going around IKEA. So if you would subscribe and click on the notifications bell, that's physical action. And then lastly, mathematical logical intelligence. It's this lovely facet of intelligence where you get the reason and the system and the steps and the sequence from what we engage in together. So you go, right, if I take these 7 steps then, like the 7 habits of highly effective people, then I know I'm going to be highly effective. Here are the 7 steps to building an effective story brand or website. These are always going to encourage your mathematical logical intelligence to get involved, to commit, to engage. So that's it for today. I hope you are finding this useful. It would be really useful to know that you're finding it useful by you just dropping a comment in the notes. This is Lex signing out for today, still believing that love will always find the answer, and that when we get everything right, intelligently, we shall live long and prosper.